Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to this new day of Be Agile Scrum track of Batch 12, and we are transitioning today officially into the track business analysis. So from today on, we will be gearing up all about business analysis. Although you have learned more about Scrum Master, you will see how learning about agility and Scrum will impact your work towards business analysis. So being future business analyst, I want you to pay attention today at the deeper level, and let's get started with the very important thing that you are here, remembering that why you are here for getting placed, not just to attain the training and going back and remaining cold. So we want you to keep always warm with the thought that you are here to get placed. And having said so, understand to get placed, you must have certain ground rules to abide by. And that's the reason in every session, we'll let you remind that if you are not following this, there are chances that you are not moving up. So to get placed, you must follow these things. So what is first code of honor? It says that showing up live, because Agile is full of what? Full of what, everyone?
Ceremonies,
Ceremonies means what?
meetings.
Meetings, that's right. So since Agile is full of meetings, you need to practice to show up live by being on time, remain punctual, and remain highly committed. Why you need to practice this? Because once you practice this, it is said that how you do anything is how you do everything. You literally be ready to follow this and model it once you get placed and start working as a future Scrum Master. So this trait is very, very vital. The second one is when you are starting this journey by learning, you automatically become student, but you don't have to be the student, but you have to be the full stack student. And I'm so much happy with few of you that I found that you are completing your completing your external certification from PMIs or Scrum Study or Scrum Alliance. I really encourage every one of you, if you can go ahead and start building up yourself in a way that you get boosted up by your own confidence that yes, you are now ready to perform as a certified Scrum Master or business analyst. So you can attempt some certification. But of course, before that, you do practice by the foundation level, by some free certifications. So remember to just not be the student, but become the full stack student. What do I mean by that? It means that people who come here, who learn and go back, they do all the assignment, they do all the self-research and repeat whatever they learn. And the third one is that while you are doing so, you are automatically going to attract success. And if you're not doing so, you are automatically going to attract failure. I want you to take the full responsibility of both. So success is very much clear that once you take the responsibility of success, that's easy to do, right? But what is difficult to do is not taking the responsibility of failure. If you won't take that, you will remain where you are. But once you own the truth of even the failure, what you are going to do? You are going to correct it.
In progress.
Yes, you are going to correct it. It means that this will become the reality. This will become the trail for the success, and ultimately you are owning the both. And that's the reason this third code of honor is very, very important to agree upon. But to do so, it requires really disciplined mindset that comes with having continued learning mindset. To do so, you must be vibrating every single day with the positive mindset. And to do so, while you are doing so, you will find that you are going with more complaint free, and more complaint free you will find yourself. You will be finding that you are loaded with more gratitude. And to start this kind of mindset inculcating, you must start your day with the increased receptivity. And that's the reason what I ask everyone you to take this 30 days challenge by listening to one audio track that encourages you to impact your every single day activity positively. And this audio track is 30 days challenge. Even if you miss one day, you will have to restart from the scratch from day one itself, after missing, not from where you left. And um, so yeah, this is for this audio track, you can definitely ask me after the session. I'll share that with you. And the second one, because we are getting into the deep learning, always follow this golden quadrant of learning, irrespective of whatever topic you are going to learn. So because we are getting into the transition of business analysis deep learning, we will start this golden quadrant. How we are going to get started? We are going to get started with the declaration, but declaration alone doesn't work until unless it has gotten the anchor. So always remember, anchor will boost the declaration and the manifestation of this declaration. Okay, so that's the reason you must start declaration with the anchor and then get into the deep learning. And once you are done with your deep learning, remember to draw and make the notes by using a piece of paper and by pen, not just by typing, because it is easy. Why we are doing so? Because the all idea is about to having everything learned in memory, retained for longer. Okay, and that's the reason once you learn, remember to draw the notes with piece of paper, on the piece of paper by using pen or pencil, and then summarize it within 24 hours. How you can summarize? By recording 90 seconds or less than 90 seconds of video, summarizing every single thing in a way that even 5 years old can understand. And once you do so, what you will find that how beautifully you can retain in your mind what you have learned. So everyone, for today's learning, are you ready for the declaration?
Yes.
Yes.
So yes from everyone. I just heard 3 voices.
Yes.
Thank you so
Yes.
much. So how we are going to declare? We are going to declare like we will use first anchor. Okay. So anchor is nothing but the body movement. So what do I mean by body movement? And okay, there are some people who waiting. I'm just going to allow them. So yeah. So using body movement means it could be self high five or a clap, and then repeat what is selected on the screen in blue. Can you all see the selection of the text in blue?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's start at the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. I'm a quick learner.
I'm a quick
Quick
learner.
learner.
What others can learn and master,
What
Others
others
can learn and master.
I too can do that.
I too can do that.
And one more time, we are going to put the anchor 1, 2, 3, and clap and repeat. Because I am an awesome learner,
Because I am an awesome learner.
today's learning is going to be
Today's learning is going to be
super duper easy to me.
super easy to me.
Yes, it is going to be, because just now you said so. And remember, the 6th code of honor says that you need to be a giver, keep your ego away, because you are coming from the different category and different stream. You are holding various experiences, and sometime it may sound that, hey, I know what you are teaching. So you stop learning then and there, even though you are certified, Scrum Masters, or you gained the certification recently. It may appear as if that your mind will say, hey, I don't need to learn in detail because I know really in detail. So I know, and that stops your path of growth. And but when you keep your ego away, it keep you spiritually grounded. Means what? Your happiness level increases, and when your happiness level increases, it opens the mindset of learning. It opens the horizon of the learning and opens the path of growth. And while you are doing so, you remember you are doing this because you will start earning more. And even if you are already started earning, then remember to have an intention to do the charity. Means what you want, you must start giving away. So this may sound illogical, but this is the reality. When you will own this as well and start giving away even 5% or 10%, of money because you want more money. Give away in the causes where you believe in, or causes you believe in, like or you can give back to any old age home or orphanages, or donate this much percentage to your temple, churches, mosque, wherever you believe in. um, Give away 5 or 10%. Why you need to give away? Because when you give, you grow, and when you receive, you may survive. And I'm sure you are not here just for survival, but for the growth. Start doing it. You will see experiencing, you will see and experience the result of it. It is something magical. You must experience. I would recommend you to do, because along with me, my other students are also doing, and they are seeing the impact of it. Trust me, it really works magically. And while you do so, remember to appreciate what you are doing, what others are doing for you. And even what does not happen to you, remember that is preparing for you for the next better tomorrow. And why you need to do so? Because what you appreciate appreciates you back. That's the reason. Having said so, let's quickly check that how we'll remain connected. Monday, it is going to be 9:30 p.m. EST for technical session. Monday is going to be said assignment and unsaid assignment. Unsaid assignment means whatever you have learned, its summary has to rolled in WhatsApp group, because based on that, the more refined video you will present as a part of summary of whatever you have learned, that will win the chances to go on air on YouTube channel where recruiters are sitting, and you will remain vigilant by those recruiters, and you might be picked up when your resume will start getting marketed for vendor interview and all. Tuesday, again, we are going to meet for technical session on 9:30 p.m. EST. And also remember to attend RRP session. Even though every single time it may sound the same thing, you need to be present. Even if your resume is ready, even after that, you must attend RRP session, because the more visibility creates the more credibility and push the HRs for your marketability enhancement. Okay. And Wednesday, you need to do the said or unsaid assignment. Just now I said about unsaid assignment, but said assignments are given to you as well. So you need to just do both the assignments every single time. And if there is no said assignment, go ahead only with unsaid assignments. And then Thursday is going to be again RRP session. You must repeat that every single time. I'm emphasizing on that. Friday, you must do your own research, whatever you have learned, what extra you can learn. And based on that, you come back with the question and answer that I provide in such sessions. Like I really appreciate from this batch, Pallavi keep us asking some question, what we answer here in the session. Repeat whatever you have learned and do all the assignments. And Saturday, you can relax, have your breather day. So this is how we are going to remain connected. Before we get started, I want to ask anyone here for the first time. Anyone here for the first time? Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm here for the first time.
Okay, Abdul, welcome. So Abdul, could you please introduce yourself, that who are you, from where you are connecting, and what you are intending from this session, and do you have any working background, means yeah, have you worked in any kind of industry? Abdul, over to you, if you could introduce.
Yes, sir. So my name is Abdul Qadir Basrai. I am currently living in Toronto, Canada, originally from India, Gujarat. I did my master's in environmental engineering, and currently I'm working as a realtor as well as a property manager. And the intent of doing business analyst course is to gain more employment opportunities.
Wow, wonderful. I'm glad that you are so much clear. So thank you so much, Abdul, for showing up on time. So everyone, please type in the chat window. Welcome, Abdul. Anyone
Thank
else?
you, sir.
You're
Thank
welcome, Abdul. So anyone here for the first time apart from Abdul? Is it day one?
Myself, Inba.
Yeah, hi, Inba. Could you please introduce the way Abdul introduced?
Sure. So hi everyone. My name is Inba and I'm from India as well, currently living in Toronto. And I came to Canada in 2018. So ever since I've been working in insurance industry. So I previously worked for Allstate and right now I'm working for Marsh McLennan Insurance Company. And I have decided to transition into IT career given the future of IT, as well as I have the intention and the future of working in USA and Canada as well. So I wish to transition to IT.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Inba, for sharing that. So total, how much years of experience you have into insurance, you said?
Total 4 years.
Okay, amazing. So everyone can type in the chat window, welcome Inba, really welcome. So yeah, so definitely your intention is also clear that you want to transition into career. So great that you have this clarity. So thank you so much for sharing that. Apart from Inba and Abdul, who else is here for the first time? Okay.
Hey Gaurav, Pratiksha here.
Yeah, hi Pratiksha. Yeah,
I'm not here for the first time, but I have missed few sessions uh, due to some reasons. So
okay.
I'm trying to catch up through the recordings and everything.
Okay.
And yeah.
Let me relax you. The thing is that none of you have missed any session. It is going to be day one for you. Start from
Okay.
today. You don't need to watch any previous recording or so, because this is going to be a brand new session for you. Just be
Okay.
in the continuation and be the part of it. Yes.
Sure. Thank you. And one more question, Gaurav. If I have any doubts regarding past sessions, when do I ask questions or discuss those queries?
Just wait a second, Pratiksha. You will have to repeat your question. Just give me to correct the speaker part from my end. Just wait a second.
No worries.
Hey, hi Pratiksha, this is Prerna here, your the co-trainer. So
Hi, Prerna.
basically, yeah, hi. Whenever you have any doubts, you can ask definitely during the session, whenever we ask, like if there are any doubts, or if you have doubts from some other topics which are not being taught in the current session, you can ask post the session or while studying at home, whenever you are going through something and you feel like you are not understanding, you can just drop in a message so we know that okay, you are having a doubt on this particular topic and we will try to address that in the upcoming sessions, along with other topics.
Perfect.
Gaurav,
Yeah.
you can add
Sounds
something.
Thank you so much, Prerna, for letting this know to Pratiksha. And I'm thank you giving me time for correcting my speaker. Yes, Pratiksha. By the way, what did you want to say? I mean, is it on?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask, like, regarding any topic, if I have any doubts or any queries, when do I discuss? But Prerna
Okay, so
has
Prerna
cleared the
answered that.
yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes. So cool. Ramani, is it your day one as well? Hello. We can't hear Ramani. Ramani, you might be speaking on mute, so you can unmute yourself and.
Yeah, I have attended the Sunday session, so this is my day 2.
Okay, okay. So the good news is that we are transitioning into business analysis from today, and it is going to be day one for the business analysis track. Let me quickly share the screen with you all. So I'm glad that you all have just shared your introduction with everyone. So yeah, everyone who has anyone who has not written anyone's name, you can just type welcome FTs, means first timer, and we are going to get started. Hope you all can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. So it's all about business analysis we are going to learn today. And because we are transitioning into business analysis, let me ask any one of you if you can read this history.
I don't see your screen.
Okay, who else can't see my screen? Anyone who can see this screen?
I can see.
I can see.
Okay, let me
I can-
still
I
reshare
can
my
see.
screen. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
I see Prerna.
You see training.
Recording.
So what you need to do is that when you are
Leave it.
okay,
Now I'm seeing.
now
You.
you're saying I have stopped screen share. Now I'm going to restart.
I
screen
see
share.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I see.
Now you see?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Super. So who can read this history? I need a volunteer to read this.
I can read it.
Yeah, please go ahead.
IIBA was founded in Toronto, Canada in October of 2003 to support the business analysis community. The body of knowledge community was formed in October of 2004 to define and draft a global standard for the practice of business analysis. In January of 2005, IIBA released version 1.0 of a guide to the business analysis body of knowledge, BABOK guide for feedback and comment.
Yes, thank you so much, Desdemona, for reading this out. So IIBA is what? It's the International Institute for Business Analysis. And few of you are from Canada. So it was founded in Toronto itself in 2003. Why? You know the drill, just to support business analysis community. And the body of knowledge is known as BA-BOK. This for project management, it's a PMBOK. For Scrum as a Scrum organization, likewise for BA is BA-BOK. So this body of knowledge was formed under IIBA in October 2004, just to define what? The standards and practices, best practices. Okay. And for that very reason, there was a first guide that was released in 2005. So I think guides are available online, downloadable. If not, we will share in the group. Okay. So that you will be well versed with the, best practices, do's and don'ts. Okay. So are you now with awareness that when IIBA or business analysis activities got started and become more vigilant and people got more aware of it? Are you now aware of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much. So then we need to understand what is business analysis. So just now we were speaking about the BA-BOG, that is business analysis body of knowledge. It had the guide 3.0 version. It said that as per it, business analysis is the practice of enabling the change in an enterprise by defining needs and recommending solutions that deliver value to stakeholders. Okay, so have you ever suggested someone to change something or to yourself ever?
Yes,
Yeah, and why did you suggest that?
for
For the betterment.
improvements.
For
For their
better,
betterment.
because change could be the betterment for them. Good. So likewise, you need to wear these eyes, okay, when you interact with stakeholder or customers, okay, and you need to seek for the difference, you need to seek for the betterment, and thereby you need to suggest those changes to the organization so that they will have the best solution in their activity, what they are intending to accomplish. So by doing so, do you think that you are really adding a value to their existence and value to their activity as well?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because when you will
Yes.
compare back in past, when you suggested someone some changes, did you add value to them as well? Yeah, did you?
Yes.
Do you realize that when you suggest to someone, hey, I think that you need to change your TV, or you need to change your washing machine, or you need to change the book, or you need to change the some certification new version, you need to change home. By suggesting that, do you think that you are helping the person to take a decision?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is always adding value. It is called always adding value. Likewise, you need to suggest that. So in organization, what happens? Say, for example, you as a business analyst, you are collecting the requirements. After requirement is over, and you are not collecting and analyzing and designing any more requirements. So what you should do next, because no new requirements are coming? What should you do next? It's been a year now. As a business analyst, what you should do?
We
Suggest
should
something
recommend some changes.
And why?
To improve the
for the
process.
betterment.
For their betterment. And what will happen if you won't suggest those new improvements?
Bring
The
more
project will be
cash.
over.
Finance over.
Yeah, the project will be over.
Project will be over. And what will happen when project will be over?
They will have no job.
Funding will stop.
Brilliant. So I'm glad that you already know the drill. So remember, that's the reason the change is really important. And if you have those eyes to, capture the changes and suggest that to the client for their betterment, that will be the time generally you would be feeling like bulb on, and that is called as changes are good. Change is actually the cash for you, because the moment project will stop, as someone of you said, that funding will get stopped, you might not have job. So always being a business analyst, smart business analyst, your eyes will be there in the market, with the market and stakeholder, whether they are surviving in the market or not. And to make them survive, to keep them advanced, you will keep on coming with the advanced suggestions and changes for them as well. I'm super glad that you are already knowing this drill. So yes, this is how you are going to help not only them, but also you and where you are working. So it is not going to be any losing affair for anyone, but it is going to be win, win, and win situation. So 3 wins. Why? Because 1 win is for your customer, 1 is for your organization where you are working in, and another win will be obviously for your own self. Okay, so that's the reason. So let's understand further. Who is business analyst? By now you knew the history. By now you knew that what is it. Now understand who is business analyst. And for that, I want someone to read this bullet. Who can read this, please?
I can read it.
Yeah, please go ahead.
A business analyst is any person who performs.
Just a second. Let me adjust it for you. Yes, go ahead.
A business analyst is any person who performs business analysis tasks described in
Yeah, go ahead.
their job title or organizational role. Business analysts are responsible for discovering, synthesizing, and analyzing information from a variety of sources within an enterprise, including tools, processes, documentation, and stakeholders. The business analyst is responsible for eliciting the actual needs of the stakeholders, which frequently involves investigating and clarifying their expressed desires in order to determine underlying issues and causes.
So is it clear now that what is the role of business analyst? Who is business analyst? It's a simple role. It's simple person. Okay, their performances, as the name suggests, what they will do? They will analyze what?
Yes.
They will analyze tasks. They will analyze requirements.
Requirements.
And that should be aligned with guide. Which guide?
BAB
BAB, okay.
BAB, okay.
Yes, BAB, okay. Okay.
code.
So yeah, so their job is well defined in the organization. As per organization, they will continue to perform, and their responsibility includes, their responsibility will include the discovering and analyzing and synthesizing information from all the resources within the enterprise itself. And for that, what they will use tools. What is the best tool for organization processes, what could be the best processes, what documentation and stakeholders they should bring on board, they should be interacting with. And so eliciting and talking about this, the requirement that should be as per the need, as per whose need?
Stakeholder.
The clients.
Stakeholders or the client.
Stakeholders, clients need. And you need to frequently investigate that and continue to clarify, because in the market, system are always evolving and you need to be competitive with the market as well. So is it clear why business analyst should own these roles and what their focus should be? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now understand why exactly in detail about business analysis, and why this role is needed actually. So let's understand that, and I want someone to read it. The first two bullets.
Why business analysis was needed. First is change and life happens. Second, project requires flexibility and adaptation to respond to the change. One has to analyze the impact due to change.
Thank you so much for reading this out. So yes, so change will remain continuous as per the competitive market. And as I say that if you won't keep an eye on that, things will remain outdated for the client, and including the software, and including for the end user. End user means client's client. So and it requires to adapt those changes. Okay, and you need to be responsive to those what? Responsive to what?
Changes.
Changes, exactly.
Changes.
And thereby we are learning the importance of change. And I just now used a phrase that change is the cash for you. So remember, if you want to earn more changes, for what you need to be vigilant to, and its impact will obviously happen over the business, and you need to be able to describe that and identify the impact because of it. Okay, so who can read the last bullet over here?
I'll do that.
This
Yeah,
one,
please.
this
This
one
one
is
is-
the.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
This one
Nirmal.
is business analyst who analyze the change, impact, gather requirement, and liaise with the stakeholder.
Yeah, so if you are analyzing and gathering the impact, you need to liaise this with the stakeholders. So how would you liaise that? How would you communicate that? What do you think? How do you communicate that?
With meetings, then interpersonal relations,
Okay,
maybe data gathering.
data gathering. So what else? What comes in your mind?
Interviews.
Okay, interviews. So in short, you will communicate, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you will gather this requirement. Okay, these changes you would gather, and communicate. How? I mean, that's right. So meetings and all, but it should be written as well, and using some tool you can write it, right? And when you,
Yes.
yeah, you will
Documentation.
document that. That's
Document the
so
requirement.
it is clear that first you need to communicate the changes and also highlight what you will
Requirements.
requirements. So
change.
requirements will be from customers end, but when you are communicating the changes, through changes, what you are communicating?
The assumptions.
The impact is good.
Impact is the right word. Why? So that they will be aware and confident in you that, hey, she or he is not just talking about the changes, probable changes. She is also talking about the impact. What will happen if we don't do that? Okay. So do you think that you need to let your customer be mindful of the impact of not doing as well?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that will help them to take the decision to embrace those changes and continue to release some fund for you. Yes, do you agree with this?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. I want someone to read this circle. So starting from the blue one, the top blue.
Requirement planning and management, requirement elicitation, requirement communication, solution evaluation and validation, requirement analysis and documentation, and enterprise analysis. This is the whole thing, is a cycle of business analysis.
That's right. So it all starts with the planning itself. Okay. And these planning and managing those requirements at initial level. And this is elicited inside the organization. Okay. It is communicated further, and it will get validated inside the organization first, and then then it is proposed to the vendors, and vendors comes into the picture, and whatever they had planned, managed and communicated internally will reveal this with the vendor, and they will take a note of it, they will capture it, they will document it. And not only these requirements what has been said by customer, but the impact at the enterprise level, and they will continue to replan this, and then again it will be communicated further with everyone. So this is how the business analysis workflow is actually. Okay, is it clear to everyone? Any doubt till now?
Yes, it's
Okay, all good. Thank you so much. Prerna, can you take the another slide? Next slide, please. If you're there.
Yes, Gaurav. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Prerna. I'm stopping.
Do you want me to share the screen?
Yes, yes, please.
Yeah, give me a second.
So now Prerna will be going to talk about prerequisite for becoming a business analyst. And I think this is very, very important. Do you think once you know the prerequisite of being a business analyst, will it be helpful for you?
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So listen from Prerna then. Yes, Prerna, over to you.
What is prerequisites?
Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. A very good question, I would say. Prerequisite is something that is required to have something. So it's requirement, but
You're breaking, Prerna, you're breaking.
yeah. Am I audible now? I was just connecting to my Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I was answering your question. Prerequisite means that what is the prerequisite for appearing for any exam?
It's
That
like
you study?
eligibility.
Study.
Requirements and
Preparation.
Eligibility or requirement, yeah.
Requirements.
Or what is the
Qualification.
No, for exam, exactly not qualification. I would say pen, pencil, having an eraser, having some accessories for your paper, and a study, and a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
Hall ticket, perfect, and a lot of confidence if you have not studied. So for example, when your kids started going to the school, kindergarten, and they were just principal did take some tests, like can you say ABCD, and can you just recite some numbers. So it's basically good to have skills or knowledge before you enter into something. Okay. So it can be any course, anything, like we always highlight for BA and Agile. It's really good, or it's advantageous if you have any communicational level work experience, like you might be in marketing, sales, or if you were a teacher. Honestly, any job where you interacted with people, that will help you benefit. So on the same lines, these are some of the I would say good to have, not must have. Again, I'm highlighting good to have prerequisites for becoming a business analyst. And to be very honest, in today's world, almost everybody does have some or the other skills, not because of us, but because of our kids, because of our family members, or overall your interest. Okay.
So I'll start with the first one. Okay, there are 6. So I want 6 different people to read out and tell them what they feel about it. Okay, what are the points, what as per their understanding, and then I'll pitch in and explain further. So yeah, starting with the first point, please.
Degree and domain knowledge. Degree means you should have at least a bachelor degree, and a domain knowledge, like which industry you are into. Like if you are in a banking, or if you are in the hospitality sector, or if you are in a medical healthcare facility, you should know about those things.
Okay, very well explained, Mahendra. Thank you. Next.
Analysis skills.
Analytical skills.
Means like data analysis or something like that.
To be very honest, analytical
changes.
skills. One second. I just wanted to clear the confusion. See here, they have not explicitly mentioned data analytics. So analytical skills basically means whatever the situation is, you should be able to assess or analyze it. Like basically to analyze any situation. For example, during COVID, we all became home remedy expert. We all became so conscious of our health. We became so conscious of our, cleanliness and environment. So we're just analyzing the situation. Okay, it is such volatile and such scary, situation. So how we can work better, how we can stay healthy, how we can, contribute to everybody's wellness. So did you analyze the situation that time?
Yes.
Yeah. And again, a very simple example. You were expecting per se 4 people for dinner. Okay, just a hypothetical but realistic example. You were expecting 4 friends of your husbands or your spouses for dinner, and apparently they brought 2 or 3 more people, maybe their friends or their guests at their place. So how would you analyze the situation? Do you have enough food for like 7-8 people? Do you have enough a sitting area? Do you have enough dishes? Do you have enough things? So your brain automatically starts analyzing situation. It's a human nature, right? Any situation. Right? If you're not feeling well, your mind, your brain, your heart tells you, okay, Jason, we have to just lie down and sleep, or take a rest, or have something lighter today, or don't go out in the sun. So this is basic analysis. Data analysis is a different altogether branch, right? Which we will learn a little bit here and there. But more than that, as a person, as an individual, how you assess and analyze the situation. Make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And you feel that you do this on everyday basis?
Yes.
Yes, I guess we all do that. Especially if you have kids, then definitely a lot more to a next level.
Microsoft Excel.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, now.
Yeah. Sorry, I was getting a call. So next point, please.
Microsoft Excel.
Microsoft Excel. Next.
Negotiation skill.
Okay. So Microsoft Excel, does everybody know Microsoft Excel or MS Excel?
Yes.
Yes.
But not to the deep like pivot tables.
That's okay. Have you at least seen how does Excel look and what all
Yeah,
things we
it's
do
a
in
daily
that?
practice for everybody, I think.
Yes, right. So you have tables, you have rows, you have data, you have information, you have everything, right? So that is basically, see, at least you should know that there is some application like that, and why do we use that? Apart from that, there are more usages we will teach you going forward that is related to this this profile. Okay. Yeah, next point, negotiation skills. Do I need to tell you guys? I mean, I'm sorry, I might sound
We can
biased, but people
negotiate.
from India, yeah, we don't complete. Oh, sorry, I was on mute. Gaurav, can you just continue? I'm getting an important call. I need to take that one. Hello? Am I audible?
Yeah, you are.
Hello, sorry. Yeah, I'm getting an important call. Gaurav, can you just continue for 2 minutes? I'll be back. I need to take that. Gaurav, are you there? Or you're on mute?
Prerna. So yes, I'm
give me 2
I
minutes.
was
I need to
bit
take this
away,
for some call.
so
Yeah.
no problem. So yes, so what did you learn till Microsoft Excel? or
Negotiation.
Yeah, we are into negotiation
Negotiation
skills.
skills.
Yeah, and she was trying to just tell you that how good you are at negotiation skill. So I think it doesn't require to elaborate much, but why you need to know that? You need to know that because you are communicating very important thing. What you are communicating to client?
The changes and
The
requirements.
changes. And if you think that you are good at negotiation, can't you let the customer or client take the decision of embracing those recommended changes, and that requires negotiation skill? Do you agree with this?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone who is not agreeing with this?
Yes, we agree.
Okay, thank you. So apart from this, nowadays, you need to understand SQL as well as a business analyst. So this is not really rocket science. This is really easy. And say, for example, someone at your home, your spouse, or your mom, or someone who else, he or she asks you that you need to change the dress. Okay, where the dress is kept, and she or he instructs you that go ahead and grab your new attire from this. So the simple instructions come from how it may come. So anyone can give me the example. The simplest instruction to grab the attire to change. So how the instruction should come?
Go into the room,
Mhm.
open the wardrobe
Directions.
from the first drawer, open the first drawer, and then take your dress.
Yeah. So take your dress and just name that dress, please.
Party dress.
Party dress. Can you add some color to it? Which color?
Red dress.
Red dress. So can you just make it more simple?
Go get the get dress. Red dress.
Go get the red dress. Okay.
Red.
And if he or needs to select a dress from the wardrobe, how would you rephrase this instruction?
Go and choose a dress.
Select a red
Go check
dress.
your favorite dress.
I
Jessica,
selected
attempt it
my
one
dress.
more time.
Select red. Okay.
Dress. Select dress
Mhm.
from wardrobe.
From.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, select dress
From
from
wardrobe.
wardrobe. Isn't it getting more simpler and easier for you?
Wear
Everyone?
dress.
Yeah.
Wear
Yep.
dress color equal
So
to red.
do you know what you are what you are trying here? You're trying to write a structured query language. This is how we write. Okay. Select something. It could be the red dress or all. For all you use star mark from the wardrobe. Wardrobe is nothing but the huge database where data is lying. Okay. Data is staying. So I just gave the example of wardrobe. Likewise, in wardrobe is nothing but your database. Multiple data are sitting. Okay. So likewise, in your database, in your wardrobe, multiple attire is sitting, and you just command your spouse, hey, go and select red dress from wardrobe. Likewise, and if you have multiple wardrobe, then you will again identify that. Okay. So you will
First
name,
wardrobe or second wardrobe.
yeah, first wardrobe, second wardrobe, and in case you have the name of these wardrobe, you can name that accordingly. Okay, that this is any name. I mean, generally we have name of the database, so you can name those database as well. So how do, if you need to select all the clothes from the wardrobe, you may and bring in front of you, you make a command like this: select all from this dev database or dev wardrobe. So for all, you use star mark. So how to learn more SQL Prerna would suggest you
Gaurav,
one
I'm back.
wonderful.
Yeah. Thank you for taking this.
Yes.
So guys, as Gaurav was explaining you about SQL, and you see, we have rightly mentioned
Prerna, I want to
nowadays.
just complete what I was speaking. So
Yeah,
can
go
I?
ahead.
Yeah. So for again, if you need to bring everything in front of you, you will simply use one line statement like this: select star from the name of the database. Is this one line clear to you, everyone? Select star
Yes.
from the name of
Yes.
the database.
Yes.
So everything will come in front of you, and this is how easy query language can be learned. From where it can be learned, Prerna is going to talk about that now. So over to you, Prerna.
Yeah,
Prerna.
thank you, Gaurav. So I'll just mention in the chat, there is this fabulous website which has been there from ages, which has helped a lot of newcomers. So the website name is www.w3, the number 3, w3schools.com. You can, I guess everyone can see my chat. You can refer to this website anytime, whenever you want to try something new, learn any language. Here we have focused only on SQL or SQL. There are many languages out there. So if people who are interested in designing, development, or just to know, inquisitive about what it is, they can check this out. It's a very user friendly and very beginner friendly. So whatever doubts I'm pretty sure you have, you can get clarified. Along with this, we also have one session when we just give you a introduction, if I may have to call, about how to how we use SQL, or to what level. So again, emphasizing on the fact, one second, excuse me, emphasizing on the fact that this is not mandatory. Again, if you're not comfortable with queries, or if you are not that technical, or you simply might not have that much bandwidth, just hypothetically, I'm pretty sure you would have, this can be very well kept aside. But then if you know this, if you know how to query, if you know how to work with database, at least some introductory level understanding or practical usage of SQL, it will act like a bonus point for you. So among the 4 candidates or 10 candidates, if you know SQL, and along with that other things, you have decent knowledge, you will have an upper edge. So we always recommend this, and this has become a recent trend because nowadays business analysts, along with the BA work, they are also involved a lot in testing, because and it actually makes sense also, because as a business analyst, you know what the application is, you understand the requirement, you know what the client had asked for. So having all this background, when you actually do testing, we will come to all of these activities later, okay, in detail. So as of now, just understand what I'm trying to explain. So when you know these things, SQL comes in very handy for such tasks. Okay, so that was one important thing. And last but not the least, which I had already mentioned, communication skills. Okay, so communication skills is sometimes vaguely misinterpreted as having a good command over English, or having fluency over English and things like that. But in reality, in practical terms, good communication skills simply means whatever you're trying to communicate or convey to the opposite person or to the opposite party with whom you're talking, it should be clear without any confusion, and they should also be able to understand you. So you understand the person or the opposite party, and they understand you. This simply means having good communication skills. So you may not have this fear that, okay, my vocabulary is not so good, I have not worked in professional setup. That doesn't matter. If you can speak clearly with decent basic English, proper grammar, and you can make the other person understand what you are saying, that is enough. And I'm pretty sure all of us have that level of communication. If not, that can also be learned, but this is the only prerequisite. So these 6 prerequisites that we just discussed, out of which I think degree and domain knowledge that related to this profile, Guru Schools will provide you. After this course completion, you'll get a certificate. Once you're placed, before getting into that organization, you will be getting a certificate from Guru Schools that you have completed the course, and you have this certified course done. Analytical skills that almost every human being has and you have to improve upon. Microsoft Excel, you all do know about it, and if there is something, and we also have a dedicated session when we teach you some of the things that we feel like these are good to know or must to know, activities or functions or whatever formulas in Excel. Negotiation skills, I think we had started it is not something that that nobody knows. We all somewhere in our point of life negotiate, bargain, and have and do all those things. SQL, I just explained, and when Gaurav was explaining that it's a query language. It's basically like writing a command. It's actually called as a command, and getting data from the database. It's really fun to play around, to be very honest. And last but not the least, communication skills that we just spoke. Okay, so any doubts in these 6 points, please feel free to ask. Yeah, any doubts? No, if you can say,
No.
feel free to say no
No.
also. Great.
No, no.
Okay, great. Now if you could read the 5 points written in the colorful boxes, that would also help. Just next to how to become a business analyst.
Need identification.
Okay, next.
Shall I go ahead? Continue.
I think we should start from this side, right? Requirement management, then requirement
No,
modeling. No?
No, first it's identification.
See, it doesn't matter. As of now, I'm going to explain that in every different context. So that's okay. It's fine if you start from either ways. That's fine.
Okay.
These are all basically tasks. Yeah, go ahead.
Requirement management, requirement modeling, requirement communication, elicitation and collaboration, need identification.
Perfect. Now here, if you see the 3 points 3 points have mentioned about requirements. Okay. So though we will learn this in detail in upcoming sessions, I just want to give you some highlight about these points, because as a business analyst, this would be your daily work or daily task. Okay. The first thing first is requirement management. So basically, you have to, as a BA, manage the requirements coming from the client. Manage as in you have to discuss with them, understand what they are asking in a particular application, what kind of functionality they are asking. If they want Amazon, similar like Amazon website, okay, what is their scope, what all things they're covering, are they covering for only men and women, or they're also interested in having a kids section, what all things they want to cover, what all accessories, home appliances, what all. I tend to give a lot more simpler example because it's very easy to connect. So that is requirement management. Okay, so you jot it down, and then we have documents like BRD, business requirement document, or FSD, functional specification documents. We will learn all those things in upcoming session. So all that thing, that is called as basically how you manage your requirement. Okay. Second is requirement modeling. Now this word really sounds very fancy, but that simply means how do you represent or present your requirements. Okay, so in this scenario, you can take some help of some flow diagrams, some diagrams, some different types of documents, and how to present them in the form of PPT or any other thing. It's basically how you present the gathered and understood data. That's why it is called as modeling, presenting the data. Requirements communication. Now see, we were talking about communication skills, and this point has come. So basically, how do you pass on and communicate this information? Now I'll tell you what is the important role of BA. See what happens. a customer will generally and mostly, if they do not have a technical setup, they'll talk in proper non-technical language. Like, if I have to, if for example, if I'm a non-technical customer, I'll go to the VA and say, I want this functionality, I want 10 pictures on the page, and I want people to able to see them and add them and add to the cart and pay them and then buy them, things like that. Now the same BA when goes to a development team, the development team would talk in a little more technical and little more prescribed manner. They'll be like, okay, this page can have this many frames, and there will be this many pictures. More pictures might, just hypothetical situations. So if we have more images, the page will take a more time to load. So we can have this dynamic fetching and things like that. So you see, though they both are talking in English, their vocabulary, their understanding, and their uh, I would say,
Communication skill.
yes, not communication skills only, their way of discussing changes. So technical team development will be more focused on the technical part of it, whereas a customer will talk in a plain layman English. So BA, as a BA, because you work with both of them day in day out, you understand how to put it forward. Again, it is not expected for you to become a developer or a designer, but because you work so closely with that team, you are also aware how to communicate to them. Okay, so it's like bridging a gap between these two stakeholders or these two parties. So that's why and then not only these two parties, you also talk in presentation, you present things, you are very closely connected to scrum master as a BA or product owner. So basically it's like you are the thread and that garland. If you bind everybody together, you keep everybody together in the flow in this work environment. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yep.
Elicitation and collaboration, that simply means the same level of understanding you have with all the team members. You collaborate with them, you work with them, you ensure that everybody's on the same page. See, many a times what happens, in because of the all the work pressure or timelines, there tend to be some chaos between the customer and the development team. Customer might be pushing for early delivery or some extra features, whereas development team might be really tight on the schedule. And because as a customer, I do not know what is the complexity of development, why it is taking so much time. For me, it is just adding a button. For me, it is just showing this image or having this link. But on the background, in the development scenario, things are complex. You have to ensure the security part, the network part, the speed part, everything, many things to be taken care of. I come from development, so I definitely understand their pain. And now I'm to management, so I know the pressure that management has, right? So I've seen both the sides, been on the both the sides. So I, can understand and very well feel the actual scenario. So same way, to ensure all this, we need to have a good collaboration and need identification. Need identification is a very vague term, but in context of as a BA, you should be able to identify if there is any threat, like, if you feel that some of the requirements given by the customer are really too time consuming or might not be able to complete in the given span of time, then definitely you'll have to raise that, or you'll have to at least ensure that you make that understand to the scrum master or everyone. So if you feel that there is some communication gap, that the requirement that you have mentioned that has not been fully understood by development team, and there is something missing, then you can sit and talk to them. So you need to identify the situation. So basically, it's like you're an active supervisor. You don't only look and see and observe, but you take action if you find something needs to be worked upon. It's a very important and very interesting role, if I have to, because see, every activity is collaborative. So it's not that only you are responsible for each and everything, though you have dedicated tasks like documentation, client meetings that you are supposed to do. But along with that, all the decisions are taken by team as a whole. So, it's a very nice role to understand how the project function or how the company works or your team works. So everybody is okay on this. Any doubts about this? And by the way, even if you have, don't worry. In the upcoming sessions, we do, take detailed, dedicated session for everything, like who are the stakeholders, what is the documentation that needs to be prepared by BA. And we also take some, activities on that. So everything gets clear slowly. As of now, just try to digest and understand what is the scope, why and why it is so important, and that is why there are so many requirements and upcoming jobs coming up, and that is why Guru schools have decided to have this track, because it's an ongoing track and it will always have demand in the market. Make sense? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Let's
yes.
go to the next slide. Yes. So it is in continuation of what we just learned. So there are 2 points. I think any one person can just read it out, because the second point is simply a statement. Yeah, go ahead.
Business analysts work across all levels of an organization and may be involved in everything but defining strategy, to creating the enterprise architecture, to taking a leadership role by defining the goals and requirements for programs and projects, or supporting continuous improvement in its technology and processes.
Okay, and then next line says business analysis helps businesses do business better. So whatever Preeti just read, that all ultimately helps the business to do the business better. Like for example, what it stated. Can you just read the first part till defining strategy again, little slowly?
Business analysts work across all levels of an organization and may be involved.
Wait. So business analysts, first of all, work across all levels of an organization. So what does that mean? That means they work with development team, they work with testing team, they work along with scrum master and product owner. They also at times will be asked or might be asked to join meetings with senior stakeholder like senior management. They also work with the customer, they might work with the vendors. So everybody, all these stakeholder management is a dedicated topic we will teach you coming soon. But then as of now, it's like everybody who has interest or stake in the project, these are the stakeholders. Everybody involved in the project, business analyst works with them. Make sense? So across all levels of an organization. Yeah. Next point, and may be
involved in everything from defining strategy to creating the enterprise architecture to taking a leadership
wait a
role.
second. Thank you so much. We can stop reading. I just wanted to break that entire long sentence. So see, along with working with everybody, they are also part of all the major activities like defining strategies. Now you may ask, what is a strategy? What does that mean? So it simply means if an organization wants to increase their sales or increase their customer base, what are the strategies they have? So the strategies would be more advertisement, more marketing, or giving free products, or having some surveys with some free samples. You go to malls and sometimes they have the survey, fill up this form and you get this free coupon or some free trial purchase or small packet of maybe a shampoo or anything, anything and everything. So sometimes they even in earlier days, they used to actually have door-to-door salesmen, where they used to give free samples for trials and stuff like that. So these are some of the strategies. Nowadays, everything is so much, on internet. So maybe having so many ads on the internet, on Instagram, on Facebook, and everything. So all these are strategies. So they be a part of all the strategy. Along with that, to creating enterprise architecture. Now, enterprise architecture means like when we talk about MS project, sorry, not MS project, MS Excel, right? So it's basically a part of the entire suite of Microsoft, where you have Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, right? Everybody must have seen that. So this way, when an organization, uh, makes any big project, it's a part of, it's called as enterprise project, because it's not only small application. Like tomorrow, has anyone heard about Oracle or any other Oracle name? Have you all guys have heard?
Yes.
It's a company
Yes.
name, but
Yes.
it has its own application, right?
Yeah.
So Oracle has their enterprise application or products which are used by other IT companies, right? So same way,
Yes.
you have this Microsoft suite or suite, which is comprising of everything, and that's what you use it. It's like, uh, you can prepare a document in Word, you can prepare, I would say, presentation in PPT, you can have some diagrams, you can make use of Excel and whatnot. You can even send a mail, you can use mail exchange. So when an application becomes so big, or it is planned to become planned to make it as a bigger, it's called as architectural enterprise architecture. That means it's a very big application on enterprise level, and it becomes kind of like a trademark of that particular company or that business, right? So and it is a very big step. Okay, it's not like, for example, Facebook has become now an enterprise architecture. Earlier it was just like a wall and plain page where you can post your pictures and write on somebody's wall and message them. Now it's more of like, you can do so many activities, you can create polls, you can donate, you can do charitable things, you can market, you can sell, you can do your business. I mean, the possibilities are endless, you see, right? There's so many functionalities coming in. So same way, it has become an enterprise architecture as of now. The next point was to taking a leadership role by defining goals and requirements for programs and projects. So basically, as a BA, because you deal so much with the customer and with the other stakeholders, you know what is their requirement, what do they want in the market, and things like that. And so you go ahead and you give your input, like, okay, the current market trend is, there are so many users on Instagram, so I think we should do something, or focus on Instagram, target the younger audience, or active audience, because their shopping potential is quite huge. So things like that, right? You learn, you observe, you understand, and you put into their use. It's not only that you know something, but then that can be used to make strategies, make enterprise architecture. So basically, it's like requirements of programs and projects, or supporting continuous improvement in this technology or process. So as a BA, you ultimately help the business to understand what is the customer is asking, what they want, and also what are the current process that can be better. Like if you say, as of now, the company's marketing or advertising strategy is not so great, but you can always highlight and ask them that, we need to focus more on the advertising part, because people get attracted by that, or they're looking at our advertisement and things like that. So makes sense why it is important, and why we are looking at it from this such a detailed angle. Yes, and the last line.
Yes. Yes.
So imagine when you contribute so much. So as a business analyst, with the help of your analysis, definitely your business will grow, right? This is what you're supposed to do ultimately.
Yes. Yes.
Makes sense. Gaurav, you wish to add something here?
No, Prerna, I can go to the next slide. So if you want me to share the screen, I can quickly share the screen if you're done. Yeah. Prerna, did you hear?
Yeah, Gaurav. Gaurav, I'll then slide with the next slide, okay? Yeah.
Sure. Okay, if you have opened the next slide, you can go ahead. Otherwise, I have opened that.
Yeah, you can present them.
Okay, cool. Okay, can you all see the screen?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So here we are talking about tools, what you can be aware of. Like Prerna was talking Microsoft Suite. Okay. So like there are some top 10 business analysis tools that you should be mindful of. Although these are not exactly only the tools, There are multiple tools recommended by the organization. So it might need to get changed once you get placed based on what your organization is asking you to use on frequent basis. So is this clear as well? Even though if you will touch base something, you would end up using something else. Is it clear?
Yep.
Yes.
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 So what you are seeing here, those are just a recommendation. Those are just a reference. So in top 10 business analysis tools, one is Microsoft Office Suite for what Prenya was talking. Likewise, there is Google Docs. It's a word processing document like Microsoft Word. Likewise, there is Rational Requisite Pro that is from IBM. Then another one tool is Ballasmic. Another is Spot tool. Then Pencil is there. Trello is there. Smart Draw, Rick, and Version 1. We will be seeing few of them. However, the good part is that you would be well aware of Microsoft Office Suite as well as Google Docs, but still we will look at some other tool and more. Okay, having said so, let's go further and understand some of the few tools what they do. So who can read this slide please for me, the first slide?
I can do.
Yeah, please go ahead.
The analysis and reporting. The following applications of Microsoft Office Suite come under the best business analysis tool list. MS PowerPoint. The software is used to prepare and deliver formal presentations. A business analyst often faces the situation where he needs to communicate ideas, justify, or deliver project updates to stakeholders.
Thank you so
This
much for reading out till here. So yeah, thank you. So understand as what we are talking here, it's about analyzing and reporting as well. So when we are presenting you something through continuously by Microsoft PowerPoint, right? And you see here that how we are coming up with the justification. Do you all see that? We are presenting idea and we are justifying that using what tool? What tool we are using? PowerPoint. Exactly. In the similar manner, you should be easy with PowerPoint tool is the most easiest tool. So you have learned recently about various ceremonies in the Scrum, in Agile. And those who have not learned, don't worry, you are going to learn. But the question is to those who have learned already about various ceremony, where do you think that first MS PowerPoint would be used? In which ceremony?
Planning.
Sprint planning.
Okay, where else?
Retrospective.
Review.
Retrospective. Yeah, review. In fact, in all the meeting except
Yeah,
daily.
except daily Scrum.
Yeah, because daily Scrum is time box. It's 15 minutes and
Yeah.
you're done. But here we have sufficient time. So it can be used in all the meetings as well. So yes, who can read the last bullet now?
This communication becomes more effective in the form of a presentation through PowerPoint.
Yeah. So what does PowerPoint bring in front of you? Why it says that it becomes more effective when presented through PowerPoint? Why do you think it is more effective?
Because it's concise and precise.
It's concise and precise, and you are
It's
able
visual.
it's visual. So concise and precise, and you are able to visualize. Okay. And something which you are able to visualize, you are able to connect with that, right?
Yes.
And when you are able to connect with something, do you also think that you are able to understand that well?
Yes.
Yes. That's and more you understand, it gets easier for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It turns into a reality.
Yes. And that's why MS PowerPoint is the another biggest tool. Let's understand in the same league what MS Excel does. So MS Excel is an idea, a spreadsheet, and it will help you to analyze the data, because when you will put, how many of you have already used MS Excel in the past?
I did.
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
we did.
anyone who has not done, anyone who has never used MS Excel?
I have a little idea, but I never did into close.
Okay, even if you have little idea, that is okay. But anyone who is just ignorant about MS Excel, no one. So I'm glad if you are not at all ignorant. It means there are chances that you can master this. Okay. However, MS Excel has the various, um, various trades, various facility to do. Can you read few of the facility what MS Excel let you do? Can you read this bullet? One person can read this all bullets.
Pivot tables,
Yeah.
determining trends in data, sort and filter data, creating charts and graphs.
Yeah. Thank you so much, man. So you see that Mahendra was the person who initially talked about pivot table. Okay. So he earlier also told, and now also it said that you can use pivot table. So pivot table is a kind of a tool or kind of a utility in the MS Excel itself, where you can summarize the data. If you have thousands of data, okay, you can summarize it. And how you can present it? You can present in the chart and graphs. And also you can sort them and filter them. And also you can examine the trend in that. So these all facilities are given in Microsoft Excel. Okay. So there are some commands, there are some, some menu, sub menu. These are just clickable, one click away. And few things you will learn in the session, and few things you can explore further. Okay. Like we won't tell you how to do sort and filter. It's a simple Control Shift L command like that. So those things you can explore further. All right. So any questions so far here when we are discussing in MS Excel? That one thing that you did not understand yet?
No.
Okay. So if you are 100% sure, you can say understood. If you have even 1% doubt, you can ask question. So I want, yeah, thank you so much, Mahendra. So if anyone can read this last few 3 lines for me.
All the tasks as mentioned above can be well performed using Microsoft Excel, which is a spreadsheet-like tool. Along with it, Excel provides several built-in mathematical and financial functions which can aid data analysis.
Yeah. So it's all about, say, for example, let's understand that you have good amount of money in a way that you are segregating the portions and percentage of it for the different all activity. Okay. Now you are just taking a note what amount where you have spent already, and say for example your entire spreadsheet with 1,000 rows and 10 columns or 20 columns, it is already filled. Do you understand what is rows, what is column?
Yes.
Anyone who doesn't understand? Okay, cool. I understand that everyone gets it. So yes. So what exactly happen in those rows and column? If there are multiple data, you can using these tools, you can use some formula to get the sum of it. Okay, how much you have got it. You can also tweak it in a way to identify that how much was the unique amount and common amount you have used how many times. So what comes in your mind when it comes to analyze, you can think of organizing the data. You can do that with Excel. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes. So Excel give you full privilege. I would ask you to start taking privilege. I would ask you to go ahead as a homework. What you can do, you can just Google it out, power of Excel, or you can Google it out that possibility that Excel can do. Likewise, you just explore what is the power of Excel. You explore and you will find what all you can do with Excel when it comes to analysis. So you don't need to learn Power BI. You don't need to learn data analysis if you know MS Excel, if you are well versed with it. Why I am telling you so? Because Excel is a tool where you use on day-to-day basis. Even if you are using laptop or computer and you want to take a note of it on some activity or some expenses or finances you are already doing, MS Excel is a tool to go with. And if you can use MS Excel, if you are so much habituated of using MS Excel, and it can replace Power BI tool, it can replace any other, presentation tool, visual presentation tool, data analytics tool. Okay, so do you understand, while we are speaking about MS Excel, what MS Excel can do with you when you are aware of MS Excel at deeper level? Yeah, are you understanding, sensing the power of MS Excel? Yes, thank you. Let's understand further. See, these are tools you are already aware, I assume so and believe so. But we are just aiding and adding something which will be helpful for you so that you can understand the power of it and start using it at more deeper level, like Microsoft Word. So its purpose is to specifying the requirement that you will collect from customer. From whom? Requirement comes from whom? Customer. Exactly. And also organizations can create the templates for documenting those requirements. So sometimes it's not just you're going ahead with your own version of documenting. Organizations provide you some template as well, and you would notice that they have created in word processing documents. Okay, so understand this is as a utility of the application. And you can change what you can change: the font size, font type, theme, objects, shapes. Just wait a second. Yeah, so so you can change the smart art, shape, object, charts, and you can embed some diagrams into it, graphs into it, charts into it. So you can beautifully present everything and anything in Microsoft Word. Is it clear to you the power of Microsoft Word now?
Yes.
Yeah. MS Visio is another diagram tool. Okay, so what you do with MS Visio is again Microsoft product. So Visio is for modeling the tool, okay, that any business analyst can use, and you can capture and present the effective diagrams, and you can present the idea in front of stakeholder. Stakeholder means your own peers, clients, vendor, so that they can understand that what exactly the function and kind of an interaction they have to do in the application. Okay, so it talks about the MS Visio utilities, like unified modeling language, diagrams create such as use case, sequence diagram, and activity. So we will talk about use case as well. What could be the use case? And you can show the flow chart. How many of you have ever designed a flow chart in your life?
Yes. I used it.
Everyone?
Yes.
And people who are on mute, have you also used it?
Yes, Gaurav.
Yes.
And anyone who has not used, you can unmute and say, no, I haven't.
I haven't.
No, I haven't.
I
Okay.
haven't used it.
So you have never used this flowchart in your life?
No.
No.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for being honest, because that will open up us to give you more detail about it. Okay, so we'll share with you. Thank you so much. So and when we will share that in very few days, I think in the next session we will start telling you. So here, using those flowchart, you create any diagram. Okay, flowchart, and you can use any architectural diagram as well. Let me ask you this thing: people who said that you have never created a flowchart, what do you think? What is meant by flowchart? And this question is to those who said that you have not used flowchart ever. What do you think? As the name suggests, what should be the flowchart?
Probably it is like a PowerPoint slide.
Okay, so what you will define in this chart?
Flow chart.
Come on, use the common sense and you can answer it. Just think accordingly. So what you can define in the chart?
Flow of things like planning.
Yeah, planning. What else? What kind of flow you can define in it? Planning is one. Second. Come on, everyone who said no, I want the answer from you. Please unmute and speak. I want you to think, okay? You don't have to give up. Yes, try Nirmal, please. So when I say...
What is the question, Gaurav?
The question is that in the flow chart that you don't need to answer, Mahendra. I'm asking to those who said that they have never used flow chart.
Okay, right.
Okay, so the question is that what do you think, what kind of chart you will use in the flow chart? What to define? So Sahita said as flow, defining the flow. So she said that you can create a chart and you can define a flow of planning. So now come up with the planning of anything, any simple thing, what you are looking at, what you are looking at and sensing. So what do you think, what you all can do in the flow chart? What you can define the flow of?
Basically, it's a planning of, so if we are thinking like a daily routine, so what you need, like tomorrow, what should we do kind of.
Yeah, so daily routine, Sahita, tell me in daily activity, what all things you do. Just tell me normal generic activity.
Okay. General activity, just like making food for my kids,
Making food for your kids. So in food, can you be specific? What kind of food do you prepare if you can?
Yeah, rice, dal.
Rice, dal. Okay. So simple step to cook rice. Simple steps to cook dal. You can even define those things in flowchart. Okay. Every single step when you are documenting and adding into those charts, that becomes presentable. So every single activity you can jot down in the flow chart. This is how flow chart makes you enable about. Okay, is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
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 So in the flow charts, we're going to write like at Trello, we are writing it is like to-do list, done list kind of stuff. So in flowchart also we are writing what we are doing.
You will write all those things in flowchart. All those activity, what do? You either wash the rice, uncooked rice, okay, and then
measure the water,
take out the utensils at the end, okay, from the stove. So in between what all the activity, you just pour water and let it get steamed and all, whatever activity, whatever you do. And the entire process in every single step in the diagram, you connect every single step with each other. How to connect, what not to connect, that all you understand, and that you can present in the diagram. And when it comes in the flow and appears in the chart, that is nothing but the flow chart. Only you will be mindful that the shape in which you are putting, writing the input and output part, what kind of shape it is, because that will define how the flow chart is created.
Is there anything kind of a run the process so that we can see on another thing?
Yes, you can see that in the upcoming class. We are going to present you with that. Okay. All right. So any question around this? Flow chart is very simple. Okay. So everyone clear who
So
had...
Gaurav,
Yes.
just one line I want to add. Flowcharts is a kind of a diagram of a separate steps of process in sequential order.
You got it, Saita?
Yes. Thank you, Mike.
Yeah. Anyone else who else had said that? I think Nirmal, you are aware of this flow chart?
No.
Okay. So now you have the clarity what you all can do in the flow chart.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone is clear now with this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. So because Nirmal, I was talking to you, now you can tell me what do you feel like saying about today's day one of business analysis? How do you feel?
It's like beginning, and I'm getting like hooked to it, and it was informative.
Okay, it was informative for you. Thank you so much, Nirmal. Okay, so after Nirmal, Preeti is business analysis day one. What do you feel like saying?
I think it was pretty simple, and so far it's something that we've been doing and learning every day. So it was informative and easy to understand.
Thank you so much, Preeti. And Harsh, what do you feel like saying? You can unmute. Harsh.
I think today's session was interesting since we started the new session of business analyst. It was good.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing that. Abdul, it's your day one, sir. What do you feel like saying?
So it was a good class. Got to
Okay.
learn a lot of things.
You learned a lot of things. Thank you so much for sharing that. Jennifer, what do you feel like saying?
Sorry, I'm trying to unmute. I enjoyed the session actually, learned a whole load of new terminology, and I'm excited to learn, the new technologies that you are going to show, things like the flow charts, etc.
Superb. So we are going to really present that. So not exactly the flowchart, but the advanced level of that. Okay, me and Prerna both will let you walk through with that. So thank you so much for sharing. Ritika, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, Gaurav, Prerna. It was very informative and slowly transitioning into the BA, was into the Agile till yesterday. And yeah, looking forward to learn more about BA.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, Ritika. Nikita, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, I enjoyed today's session. It was simple and easy to understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikita. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. So yes, Preeti, you are done, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Mamta, what do you feel like saying?
Today it was the first day of BA class and it was super duper easy.
Wow. Thank you so much, Mamta. And Siva Shakti, what do you have to say?
Hi, sir. I enjoyed today's session thoroughly, and it's very simple, informative, and satisfactory. I clearly understood today's class. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Glad to know about it. So, who else? Yes, Mahendra, what do you feel like saying, sir?
I never thought business analysis would be so interesting and so more like it is really very good, and you guys are doing good. Prerna and you both are doing good. And for those who are feeling like Excel and flow charts, it's a very easy thing. You can just do it in a practice and flow. Anything they can connect me also.
Thank you so much, Mahendra, for saying that. You just stamped it. It is easy. So everyone, be comfortable. It is easy. So coming from someone who is with you, so already. So thank you so much for sharing that. And Pooja, what do you feel like saying?
I was thinking it will be tough, but you explained in such a way it made us easy to understand. So I enjoyed the session.
Wow.
It was very informative.
Glad. I'm super happy that you said that it was easy to understand for you. Okay, looking forward that you understand at deeper level. Bimal, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, Gaurav, sir. Yeah, it was very good session today. Very easy to understand and interesting. And looking forward for more BA classes from tomorrow. I mean, from next class.
Yeah, definitely. And I would ask each one of you to pay close attention in the group. Some announcement may come up. Okay, may and may in the quotes. So may come up, and you need to be aware of that. And if you miss that announcement, so it may be not useful for you. So
You mean
that's
to say in WhatsApp group?
Yeah, I will announce it in the WhatsApp group at least 2 or 3 times. But as I say, it may come up. It means it may not also come up. So don't worry if you don't find it. So
But Gaurav, there are so many groups, BA Scrum Agile, then there is a Guru School, then there is a training, then there is a mentor. It's
so
really
you have to
difficult.
focus on BA Scrum only, okay, not anything else. So as of now,
Okay.
for because you are in the track. Yeah, thank you so much. So just a heads up on this. And yes, Ashi, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, it was very well paced, very informative, interactive, very easy to understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashi. And Sahita, what do you feel like saying?
It's a good session, Gaurav, and today is day one of business analysis, and it's good going.
Thank you
I'm
so
I'm
much.
understanding everything, and like I want to be there. So yeah, I'll do my effort.
Awesome, awesome. Glad to know about it. Ramani, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, it clarified everything about the BA and roles and responsibilities. I had a few doubts before I joined it, but now they are all cleared. Thank you so much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ramani. Enba, what do you have to say? This is your day one.
Yeah, I found the session interesting because I always had this aversion about getting into a technological field, whether I have it in me or not. But given today's session and going through the prerequisites required for BA and learning about the ABCDs of BA as to what is a BA and what does a BA do and all, it has given me confidence that I can excel in this field.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Enba, for sharing that. Tushar, what do you have to say?
Well, thank you and Prerna for making it easy to understand though. Looking forward to the rest of the session for the BA.
Thank you so much, Tushar, for recognizing that we are making it easy. Yes, otherwise, if you go somewhere outside, you will find how things are made complex. So yeah, you identified. I'm glad. So
Yes.
Unnati, what do you feel like saying?
Hi Gaurav sir, hi Prerna ma'am. As always, it is very informative and easy to understand session. And sir, I also have one question if I may ask here.
Can you ask in the end?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much, Unnati. And Monica, what do you have to say?
It's very informative, sir. I've seen a lot of job requirements regarding BA. With this first session, all my doubts got cleared actually. Thanks a lot.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're clear on this. Nirmal, what do you have to say? You spoke already, I guess, at the beginning, right? Yeah. So let's listen from Pratiksha. Pratiksha, what do you feel like saying?
Hi, Gaurav. Considering this was the first session of BA, it was really informative and yeah, whatever we did today is clear in the head now. There are no doubts or queries. So yeah, I'm excited for the next session.
Okay, awesome. So Desdemona, what do you have to say?
Thank you, Prerna and Gaurav, for making easy to understand. It was a very interesting session. Looking forward to learn more about business analysis.
Thank you so much, Desdemona. Smriti, what do you have to say? I think it's your day too.
Yeah, it was very interesting and it was simple. I understood whatever you taught today.
Yeah, thank you so much, Smriti, for confirming that. And Pooja, what do you have to say?
I'm done, sir.
Okay, done. So anyone who is not done yet?
Me, Amruta.
Amruta, you were left out. Okay, Amruta, please, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, today's session was very interesting and it was simple and understanding. Yeah, and I really like and enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amruta, for confirming that. I think Harshita is also remaining. Harshita, what do you feel like saying?
Yeah, Gaurav sir, thank you so much, Gaurav sir and Prerna ma'am, for letting me know about the business analysis. It was very simple and informative. Thank you so much.
Welcome, Harshita. Anyone else now who is remaining? Otherwise, we are done now, I guess so. So, Prerna, you can just take up for your closing remarks.
Yes, so it's a really great and interesting to know that everybody's with us on the understanding level and they are really enjoying the session. So that makes me as a trainer very happy and definitely would like to share that if you have any doubts, any confusion you feel like or while revision, please come to us. You know, you can message us and we can discuss post the session in upcoming sessions. And nobody has missed anything yet, though you joined today or the batch before or 1 week before. We keep teaching this similar setup, same topics over and over again. So you would cover everything. So do not have this assumption in mind that I have joined in between. Do not worry. And me and Gaurav are almost a message away. So feel free to reach out. And thank you so much for the energy and for the cooperation and interest you have in the session. Absolutely amazing. Over to you, Gaurav. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for showing up and remain interested and yet understanding at the deeper level and understanding easily. That is the key thing. You are boosting your own confidence. That keeps us more motivated. That we can add more value to you. So keep doing the good work. Thank you so much, everyone. And yes, now I can invite the question. Who had the question? I
I
think
on
yes. Yes, Unati, please ask the question.
Yeah, sir. So we were discussing about tools today, right? So I came with a scenario where one recruiter asked me about the tool service now. So there are so many such tools that we don't even know, right? So how to deal with such questions when you are like just talking to someone for
Okay.
the job?
Okay, so what is the question Unnati is asking? The similar kind of question has been already answered to someone. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is to Tushar or Vimal. So, would you like to answer that? Any new tool she is asking? She gave one example about ServiceNow.
I didn't ask what I didn't ask that question, but I can say that the tools are pretty much same. So once you learn one tool, other one's going to be very easy to learn, and it's all depend on where you get hired and what tool they use in that company.
All right. Thank you so much, Tushar. So, anyone, if you remember, if I have already answered this, I want to answer this in upcoming few days, that if such things come up, that how you can still master that tool within a day. Okay.
Yeah.
Within a day is the maximum, and in less than 10 minutes is the minimum, depending upon what kind of tool it is and what it deals with it. So I'm going to share that with you very, very soon. By the way, it is your second day or third day, Unnati?
No, sir, it's my third week.
Third week. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. So yes, you will understand at the deeper level that how you can learn anything, any tool using what. Let me tell you that hack using the sixth code of honor, which says that golden quadrant of learning. This is so much powerful, tested, and means battle proof, that you can learn anything. Battle proof means you don't need to struggle to learn any new tool at just like crazy. You just use these golden quadrant of learning, apply into new learning at least thrice, and you feel like you are master of it. So I'll let you
Yes.
all know this hack, how you can do it. So will that be helpful to you, Unnati and
Yeah.
everyone? And
Yes.
is it going to be helpful for everyone? Do you want to learn this
Yes.
way? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
so much. So remain excited that what comes on your way, and you are going to really master all those things. And remember, I want to reiterate, even someone has joined for now, you need to identify the kind of job you want to get in. Even if you don't have the knowledge in that area, that you think, okay, this tool I don't know, still you need to identify that. If you are finding that you can means timing and all roles and responsibility are matching, except the tool, just come to us and share with us, I want to apply for this job. Change your resume accordingly, apply for that tools. We will let you know that how you can learn and be the master in that. Okay. One example, as Unnati was asking for the ServiceNow. So ServiceNow is used by developers, testers, and business analysts as well. So being a business analyst, how you can use it. So we will teach you, let you know all those things. But I want you to start applying to the jobs if you are already knowing
Yeah.
roles and responsibility at the deeper level. So thank you so much, everyone, for showing up and remaining over here and still learning. And we will just complete business analyst in a very shorter time. It is hardly takes more 2 weeks. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. And bye bye. We'll talk to you again when I'm
Bye,
ready for
sir.
you. Yeah, bye. Bye, Nikita. Bye,
Good
everyone.
night. Take
Good
care.
night. Good night.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone. Prerna, could you please
Bye.
stay back?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.